Hey everyone, CarefreeLlama here. Welcome to the Tabletop Simulator Marvel Crisis Protocol tutorial videos. That's a mouthful, but today we're actually going to be looking at how to use the dice tray in the Tabletop Simulator Marvel Crisis Protocol mod. I got my tongue twisted that time. If these videos help, or if you want to see something on the other tools in here, there is a watch list below in the description. Feel free to click that, and eventually we should have every tool on that watch list, as well as some other tips and tricks for Tabletop Simulator that might make it easier to play in the mod. But again, today we're going to be looking at the dice tray. And so looking at things here, we have a Baron Zemo against an Ant-Man. And Baron Zemo has a 6 dice Steel Rush and a 5 dice Sword Strike. So I'm going to go ahead and Steel Rush Ant-Man. So I'm going to click Add Dice until I have 6. And Ant-Man, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a strike instead. Even though I have 6, instead of removing all dice and then adding 6, obviously just click the remove 1 dice. And now we have the 5 dice to roll. So to roll, you can either just click it once and let them kind of plop down, or you can click it a bunch, really have them float in the air, depending on preference, and let those dice lie where they are. So we have our results up here, one of each except a crit, which is unfortunate because I wanted a crit. So we're going to pretend like I have the Reality Stone on Baron Zemo, and this fail counts as a crit. So we're going to roll in a crit by clicking Add Dice. And when I click Roll, it's only going to roll what's inside the tray. It's not going to roll anything that's up here as a result. So click it, we'll just roll that. And there we go, I have a hit. Now I am Baron Zemo, so I can re-roll dice. And to re-roll dice, you can either click these buttons to automatically bring them in, or if you wanted to drag a dice in, you could do that. And what it's going to do is re-roll everything again in this tray. Nothing up here that's already been result. And I did worse because I re-rolled a hit. But anyway, that shows you how to use the dice tray for that. Now let me switch colors just so I can demonstrate for you something else. Ant-Man's going to come over here and roll his 3 dice. And Ant-Man got nothing, which is again unfortunate. Let's pretend like he had a crit, so we can roll in some crits. And then, there's a crit for him. And let's re-roll the blank just because I want to show you guys something in the chat log here. So now everything is done and re-rolled. If you look in the chat log, you can actually see when red rolled, here's their initial results. Here's the results when they rolled in for their crits. And here's the results for when they re-rolled. And if you were to skip the rolling crits part and just re-roll, it knows that. So here's 3 hits. Let's re-roll 1 hit, re-roll. Instead of saying rolling crits, it's going to let you know that you're re-rolling those results. And so it keeps track of everything, lets you know what your totals are. That way, if you're playing a Shuri and you're not sure if you had a failure, should you have gotten power, you can check the chat log. You can make sure that you're following the rules as closely as possible as things go by. So let's go ahead and clear the dice tray. And he wants to do another strike, so let's add 5 dice to it. Now, if I wanted to, instead of clearing the dice tray, adding 5 dice, this number in the middle, the 5, it's on a gray button. You click that button, automatically clears the dice roller and puts that many dice back in it. So let's say that I rolled 6 because I had a crit and I want to do the exact same attack. A quick way to do that, remove 1 dice, click the gray button, and you're ready to roll. If you wanted to go a step further than that, there are numpad shortcuts in the mod now. So just mouse over the dice tray. So you can click any of the numbers on the numpad and it will automatically load that many dice in, ready for you to roll super quickly. Now be careful using this because it does reset the tray, so you can't use it to roll in crits. It's going to give you a brand new dice roll. But hopefully that helped. Hopefully you learned something new that you didn't know about the dice tray. If so, leave a like. Definitely leave me a comment if you have any suggestions on how we can make this tray better, or anything else on the mod for that instance, or if there's a video you'd like to see so that you can learn more about it, leave that in the comments as well. Again, we're going to go through everything on the table, so there's still plenty of videos to look through. If you have anything specific you're wanting to look at, definitely look at the watch list in the description and pick the video that will meet your needs and teach you what you want to know. Well, anyway, that's the end of the dice tray tutorial. If you enjoyed the video and don't want to miss any future ones that are going to come out about the Tabletop Simulator mod, definitely subscribe. And as always, have a carefree day.
He's gonna help you Joel. Oh, God, he's gonna die! Don't make him.